For scene 2, Libby is going to be sitting on a bridge. It's going to be daylight. It's going to be very woodland still, but there's going to be a river around, and it's going to be quite strange because she's got her feet on the edge of the bridge, over the edge of the bridge. So she's actually sitting on the edge kind of thing, like that kind of feeling to the audience. She's like on the edge at the moment. So it kind of does indicate that something bad has just happened. I know that's not costume, but I just wanted to give a little bit of a background to what has happened. Her costume, though, are going to be Converses, again, something comfortable. I know she was probably wearing Converses before, but if she does wear Converses again, I think that'd still be quite good, because they're just a general teenage thing. Like, people wear them for going out, and they wear them around the house. So, I want her to be wearing black trousers again, roughly, but the thing that I want to be different is mainly her top half, like her hair, makeup, and what she's wearing on her top. So I want her to be wearing a hoodie, and I eventually want that hood to go up near towards the end. She is going to have her hood up, but at the start, her hood down, just so you can see her face a bit more. The hoodie would probably be like white or grey, you know, quite drained of colour. It's going to show how she's almost like emotionally drained after what's happened. She's not really quite come to terms with it. Like she says, I keep going over and over. It's a good indication how she is actually, I don't want to say dull, but she has been like deadened by this kind of incident that's happened to her. Her hair and makeup. Her makeup is almost non-existent. Like, there may be a little bit of eyeliner or like something, just as like for this character, she might have something that she's always done to her. She might have always filled in her eyebrows or something like that, or she might have always put on a little bit of foundation. But it's going to be quite different to before, with the eyeshadow and the mascara and stuff like that. But the massive difference, which I really wanted to get, was her hair. So her hair is definitely going to be down, but what is going to be different about this is it's going to be blowing everywhere. So we're going to be on a good point where there's going to be a lot of wind. We know that's going to maybe interfere with the camera, and we're going to have to reshoot and edit a lot, but it's going to be quite nice to have her hair just like waving around her face. And I don't know why, but for me that gives her the feeling like she doesn't really care, because the way that the wind carries her hair over her face, and she's not even pushing it back sometimes, just gives the feeling that she's not even thinking about what she's doing at the moment. And also that kind of links to sitting on the end of like a bridge. It just looks like she's about to fall, like the wind is almost like carrying her over. And luckily enough, we would hopefully have the wind blowing in the same direction that she's sitting, so it would look like the wind's actually carrying her forward. Obviously the wind wouldn't actually carry her forward, but it just gives a nice indication that like she's on the edge almost, because the wind's like pulling her hair that way and she's sitting that way. And I think it would symbolise that she's like almost ready to jump. So for the killer, or the supposed killer, it's actually going to be her friend. So he's going to give her a coffee cup, and that's where she's going to be sitting down with a coffee cup for a while. He's going to probably be wearing black trousers, maybe like a dark blue coat, but something quite. The coat would have to be quite puffy. The reason why for this is we wanted it to be like anybody could be the killer. So later on in the film, where you have her friends and you have the face exposed, you don't know which one's the killer. So they could do a pan around like a room as she walks into it, and there could be loads of people there who would obviously fit into this coat. That is the point of this. We don't know who's it's going to be. It could be any one of her friends, really. The hoodie is going to be up, and it's going to be like quite close to his face. You may see like blurred parts of it sometimes, but you won't see the definition of his or her face. So that was quite suspicious, and especially in one shot that we want, where it's a tilt-up one, we think it would create a dark silhouette, and that would really stand out as, oh my god, who's that killer? Who's that killer? It could be my friend kind of feeling that she's getting at the moment, and that would indicate to the audience quite well the suspicion of who this person is. Because how we're going to film it is we're not going to get his face, and we're going to try to get as little of him as possible in, but still get the feeling that someone's there, like someone's watching over you. And that's instantly going to make him look a lot more suspicious, which is what we want. He's not going to have any makeup. He or she won't have any makeup. Their hair would be tucked in. And then for Libby, as she's walking away, I want her hood up. So some hair can be like poking out, but I want her to look like she's a bit nervous. So you'll see the figure, hopefully, as she's walking away with a front tracking shot. You should see the figure turn around away from her. But she'll be very, like, closed in her hoodie, and it will just make her look very vulnerable, like she wants to protect herself. Right, so that's costume and makeup from me from PPR Studios. I'll be talking about location soon, so I'll see you then.